So task 4 is about support organizational change. You need to assess organization culture, what is happening. There is a model called as EDCAR. There is no question yet. It was introduced with PMBOK 7 slides. And again, it's a part of PMBOK 8. So EDCAR is a framework for the change management, adapt to the changes. And also they use a word that North Star. North Star means aligning your uh, vision towards the strategic alignment, project's vision towards the strategic alignment of the organization. So your projects, your program, your portfolio should be aligned with that North Star. So you might see these words. So don't think that they are very new. They are already there. Evaluate impact of organizational change to project and determine required actions. Evaluate impact of the project to the organization and determine required actions. So keep looking at the strategic alignment. And when organization is shifting their strategic alignment, you need to be the part of it. Like if you look at Amazon, Amazon keeps changing their environment. Amazon keep changing their resource requirement. They keep moving towards what we call it automation transformation. So all these IT companies keep moving themselves from one part to another, from one part to another. And in that case, they have to go for the changes. They cannot because they all are fast moving companies, Facebook, Amazon, and Meta, these type of companies, Tesla, and so on. They have to go with those things. So your organization changes. Sometimes your priority become electric vehicles. Sometimes your priority becomes grocery business. Like recently, Amazon has shut down their stores in Illinois, at least, which I know as far that all those, the automatic stores, Amazon Go, which you go inside and there's no one, you just take the things into your trolley and check out. So Amazon Fresh stores, they have closed it already. So you should be about targeting those things that your project should be aligned according to this. Like you will not be doing anything which is not aligned. So there is a model called as ADKAR: awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, and how resilient you are towards the change. So let's go for the question related to this task. You are assigned to traditionally hierarchical organization introducing agile transformation. Teams are hesitant to self-organize and wait for executive direction because you've been working in this environment. So for you, it's difficult to change. For everyone, it's difficult to change. And the change mechanism is try to take smaller changes. Don't go for the bigger change. The smaller change means a smaller risk. Smaller risk means it's better to go with agile. So you have the target in your mind, you have the product vision in your mind, but do the work with minimum viable product. So you can reduce the change and increase the confidence. So when teams are hesitant to self-organize and wait for the executive direction, first we need to train the team, coach the team. We need to mentor the team members. We need to guide them to choose their own way of working. We need to provide them agile, relevant trainings, certainly like discipline in the agile, where we guide. There are automated frameworks. There are flowcharts that if requirements are uh, available, what you will do. If they are not available, which type of agile you will do. If it's continuous or it's iterative, which type of agile will do. So first we need to train the team for that part. You cannot force them to do it. If you will force them, you might not get the results. And at the end, the results which are happening in market sometimes from the people, agile has died, rip agile, and this and that. Why? Because they don't follow the model of change. Instead, they force the people to do the work in iterations. So remember, doing the work in iteration is not agile. Being agile mindset is actually agile. Agile means you have to make the team fully autonomous or semi-autonomous so they can take their decisions. And if they have been working for the decisions that, oh, you cannot do that and you can do that, you have to wait for your boss, you cannot move anything from without your manager's approval, then this is not autonomous thing. You have to train them for that, coach them for that. And you can do that by training them, by coaching them, by assigning the RACI metrics that who should do what. So defining their authorities also. So first you help them and then let them do by themselves. So you can go with the servant leadership first, and then you can go with laissez-faire, or you can go with the forced leadership as ever required, or empower style, transactional and transformational style of leadership also. So enforce agile practices immediately, escalate resistance to executive leadership, assess culture and readiness to tailored change, replace resistant team member. So answer is very vivid now in front of you after the explanation. Very good. Yes. C is the correct answer. Don't force the change. Assess and do the change management. Like for this, we have discipline agile coach, discipline agile value stream consultant type of certifications, which helps the organization to change. Next, a corporate restructuring shifts reporting lines mid project. Key stakeholders now report to different executives. When you read this, what should come in your mind first? Please don't answer the question. Stay with me here. What should come in your mind that you need to handle with when you read this statement? You need to update what you need to update because of this. Exactly. But before that, stakeholder register and then stakeholder engagement plan. And surely when these things will be adjusted, so which other plan will be impacted? Exactly. Communication management plan. This is what I call it, that before you reach to the options, you have the answers available in your mind. Prepare your mindset like this. Don't start just reading and matching the answer. We are not doing matching the things. We are doing the logic check here only. What is the most appropriate action? Continue executions and change. Reassess the stakeholder engagement strategy. Look, so when I do this here, my answer is here. You don't need to put efforts while choosing the answers. You already know everything. You are confident that what answers you have done, they are actually correct. You cannot delay the project. You cannot remove affected stakeholders. The nice way of doing it, update the stakeholder register, right? Surely you have to get the new details before moving ahead. There is no benefit of doing the work. Do the work, but at the same time, change the strategy. So you should have the answer. I will again reiterate my point. When you read the question, you should have answer in your mind. That answer should look something like this. And once you come down to the options, so it doesn't matter longer answer, shorter answer, this word, that word, you already know what you are going to choose. If you build your mind like this, when you're solving the question on simulator, you will have the answer before reaching to the answers. So do like this, please. Let's go next. A new enterprise system will significantly change operational workflows across departments. Resistance is increasing. Now I will not explain. You guys go and choose the option. Then I will explain. We don't go by force. We perform the impact assessments. This is our domain also, right? Evaluate, evaluate. Evaluate and suggest. Evaluate and propose. You cannot take action here. You can only evaluate because actions will be taken by the sponsor or the key stakeholders. Next. A merger brings new compliance process that affects project level. Sorry, project approvals. What should come in your mind now? Please answer that first. What should come in your mind? Okay, internal EF. What else? I'm expecting a different word actually. Project approvals. Context is project approvals. So it means it is something related to governance, which we did in earlier task. Governance structure has changed. So we have to review the change management system, approval systems. What should the PM do first? So there's nothing called as formal assessment. It's called as structured assessment. So exactly A is correct answer. Very good. Let's go next. In a culture that values consensus decision making, project schedule requires rapid decisions to meet deadlines. Consensus and rapid, two different things. So you have to be a good. Which skills will work for you here? Which skill will be helpful for you here? Exactly. Negotiations and political skills. What is the most appropriate approach? That's true. Adapt to the thing. You cannot go by force. Very good. Next, corporate leadership changes strategic priorities mid project. When I read this, it means reprioritization is required. Your project still meets original business case, but no longer aligns with the new direction. You cannot do anything, you can just propose, right? So which answer is for the propose? Exactly. Conduct reviews. You cannot do anything, you can just review, analyze, and assess, and then propose or submit to the relevant stakeholders. Perfect. Your organization lacks formal change management practices, which means you will always have the challenge of gold plating or scope creep. A major digital transformation project is starting. Now you're going to start something new, so we need to fix the broken thing. What is the most appropriate action? So yes, tailor the mechanism. Very good. A new project introduces automation, reducing manual loads. HR reports declining morale. For sure, it will happen. What you will do next? Correct answer is exactly B. Why I will go to sponsor, why I will delay it, why I will continue it. I have to reassess it. Very good. An enterprise change initiative introduces new risk reporting requirements. New risk arise. What you will do? Exactly. Read all the options. Maybe you will feel it A is correct, but doesn't mean you should stop. You should go and read all the options. Very good. Your project delivers long-term strategic values, but causes short-term productivity loss due to training requirements. What should the PM do first? Pause the project, reduce training scope, communicate value realization, or escalate productivity loss to finance. The other things are not in your authority to do it, and one is totally irrelevant. So, yes, correct answer is here C. Very good. Thank you very much for all of you being here. So, we were able to finish all exam content outline. That was the last task and last question of 2021 ECU.